Welcome to this Mastery Empowerment course from New Earth One Network. This is designed exclusively for your higher self connection and embodiment. Welcome to this Mastery Empowerment course. This is Magnetic Manifestations through the Portal of Self-Love. My guest today is a master healer and a sacred architect. Kim Van De Sande is here with us to tell us about the Portal of Self-Love. Hi, Kim. Welcome.
Thank you, Lauren. So amazing to be here and sharing these teachings with you. So thank you.
We are looking forward to these teachings. You are a cosmic light language channel and a sacred architect. And you really on your soul mission to assist in this great awakening for humanity. How did your awakening lead you to this point?
Yeah, when I look back in my life, there were many moments. Even when I started or when I grew up, I know I was different, or I've sensed different things and I saw different things. But as all, when we grow up, we suddenly experience things where we just numb these energies we feel because it's not like others do. Or so in a way, I think I lost my purpose, or I lost some part of the connection with my essential self. And through life, there were these moments that were like big triggers that triggered me to look deep within. So a couple of years ago, when I had a burnout, there was a big moment that awakened me. But at first, it's really going through these layers of disconnection, because a burnout is also a way of your body or your field showing you there's something out of balance, there's something not correct, and it's stopping you to really look within what wants to be shared, what wants to be heard. And so there were some significant moments. Me becoming a mother, that was really a powerful moment, because then you see these beautiful new life, beautiful girls into the world, and you want the best for them. And then you look back at your own life and you see the moments where you lost the connection, or the flow of your life, the essence of your life, or the fulfillment. And suddenly you feel like, this is what I want for them, but I can say it to them, but if I don't live it, the resonance is not there. And there was really one point that really created for me an accelerated growth of expansion and finding myself back. And well, a couple of years back when I got really sick, there was the real wake-up call. So there are constantly like these moments in my life where I got asked to wake up. And each time when I now look back, those were very big initiations that allowed me to go really deep within, because with each struggle, with each trauma, it creates also the deep desire for change. And when you use this deep desire for change, it really accelerates your path. And it gives you, when you are open and when you are willing to look at all these different facets of your life, it really gives you the opportunity to accelerated growth and to find yourself again in most magical ways. And so that's really in a nutshell, a lot of things, but it's more about also sharing that those triggers or those moments that are challenging you are also able to create the most accelerated growth, or the most accelerated awakening and contribution. So, yeah.
Yes, that some would say it's a dark night of the soul, but it's these moments of big initiations that really do bring out the best of us. And it feels like the world on a collective level is going through a big initiation. Do you want to comment on this? What's your take on it?
Yes, it really is. it is like, I think a lot of us have been going through these things the last few years. If you look back at 2012, there was a powerful year where a lot of energy shifted, and the last 10 years, a lot of people have been awakened in that and have had challenging moments. But I think also that prepared them to, for now, step more fully into their mission, step more fully into their light, so that they can be the contribution to the people that are now being asked to awaken through what happens in the collective, through what happens around the world. And these deep-rooted fears, it is almost like we are in this accelerated path where suddenly more people are being asked to awaken and more people are being challenged. But challenges aren't, it is our logical mind that thinks that it's bad, but these challenges just show us to look deep within. Is this my essential energy or not? Is this something that is my truth or not? So it's also, it is an opportunity. I would like to see those things, and also what is happening in the world. Even though it's challenging, it's also an opportunity for growth within ourselves, and to really feel what is my contribution in this, and how can I contribute to myself and to others from a place of strength, instead of overgiving and overdoing, because that is the old paradigm way of doing. I'm just not looking at myself and constantly making sure the rest of the world has been taken care of. But it starts by taking care of yourself. And when you look at it from a multidimensional level, by taking care of yourself, you also become a positive contribution to the collective field. Because if you are constantly in a emotion of fear or doubt or worry, that is your input into this collective field. And if you would see it like a whole, like a ball of energy, and it would be a total sum of all we're experiencing, all we're feeling. If you would be in the emotions of love and joy and excitement, that would be your contribution. And in that, the whole changes, and that changes the collective field. And yeah, there's so much gems and magic to discover, but it starts within. And that is what I always find so important to share, is that the potency one soul holds to change the collective, the potency one person holds to create a positive ripple. And that's so important.
Thank you. That is why we say that your smile is worth $1 million.
Yes.
Your kind words, your acts of kindness, loving acts of kindness is a portal into higher dimensions. You've helped explain that so well. Yeah. So this leads us into our topic today. When we see the world seemingly in a pressure cooker, to surrender to love, that's all it takes, yes. Right? Is yes. A surrendering to love. Yes. And wow, I mean, that's magical. Share with us about this magnetic manifestation. What happens when we come from that vibration of love, particularly self-love?
Yes. Self-love, well, in the end, love is one of the highest vibrations that is available on the Earth star. And love is really when you can embody love, when you can be love. That is what allows your field, your vibration to vibrate so high. It creates accelerated growth. It creates quantum leaps. But it is, if you would see, I don't know if you know the scale of vibrations of, I know Abraham Hicks uses it. You have the fear and the doubt, but you also have peace and freedom. But then you have love, and love is one of the highest on that scale. But when you embody love, when you are love, and you vibrate love, it means that if you would see it from the law of attraction, everything is vibrating at the speed of light. Everything is attracted to you. But there are three important components, and that is also why I said the love in between, because it is one component is finding yourself, is really connecting to yourself, and loving yourself to really allow yourself to connect to these deep layers with yourself. And then there is the connection of self-love, because that is I think that's the entry point. It starts with loving yourself, and through loving yourself, you can find yourself, and then you can connect to a deeper dimension of love to create a love mastery. But all these three components are so important, because that is all in a way, when you can embody love, when you can be love, it's just like when you are in love, suddenly the whole world looks magical, and suddenly the things that bothered you before don't bother you anymore, and beautiful opportunities and things come on your path. But that is really what we are looking for, to really be in love with yourself and to be in love with life, and to from that let the magic happen. Because when you are in love with yourself and when you can really embrace all of you are, it means you can dance with life. So when a challenge comes up, and you are able to just be in the flow of life and see the challenge just for the challenge, not to dive into the story, acknowledge the energy, and then just fluidly move into something different instead of going into a slower vibration. It is just like you would do with a little child that is sad. Acknowledge it like, I am there for you, I love you, I see you. And when you do that, so you, most of the time, the energy already shifts. It needs nothing more than just the love and the acknowledgement. And that is with all in your body. That is with your traumas, with your past life energies. That is with all you went through while you grew up. And it is almost like, in my new book, I shared, like, you have all these layers of illusion and distortions, and it is time to come back to the essence of you. But love is the key, because all these layers, in a way, they need love to be released, because you can fight them, you can put resistance against them, but then they don't release. They stay in the same energy, and it is really love that softens the energy and that allows you to release them back into wholeness, so you can come back to the essence of you. So it's really, I believe, this triangle of self-love and self-love that is so important in this time, to embody and to allow the magic to unfold from that, from being you. Yeah, there's so much. I could talk about this for hours. There's so much to share. Yes.
Yes. I can hear some folks feeling into this. Some are saying, yes, I've witnessed that and I experience it and I know how to do that. And I can sense that others are like, where do we begin? If we are so critical on ourselves, maybe by our looks, as we age, if we don't have the body that we want. These are really mundane self-criticisms. What would you say for those? How do we overcome those really harsh critical judgments of ourselves? Because I think we're all human and we all do this. What do you do when you get there and experience that? How do you shift it?
I think, well, for me, there are a couple of things. Me becoming sick was one thing that triggered me so much in my life. I was at a point where I couldn't do a lot of other things. So the desire for change was so big that it faced me to, or I needed to face these fears. I needed to face these layers. So one thing is to have a big desire for change. I think that's important. But the other thing is also like creating little moments, like what I do is I love to be in nature, to just be in nature. And when you are in nature, you are just allowing yourself to be. And even if it are just a little moments in your day of just beingness, nothing to do, nature doesn't judge you. Nature doesn't want anything of you. It just wants you to be present, be aware. And if you can expand more of those moments in your life, you will notice that things start to shift within yourself. Because even loving yourself, it doesn't need to be a task, because that is the old way of doing. I need to love myself right now, or I need to change, because again, need to change is still creating resistance. So it's really embracing all of you. And that starts by just creating these little moments. Maybe it's just taking a bath, giving that little thing for yourself, of enjoying a nice cup of tea or coffee, or having a beautiful conversation with a friend. And another important thing is also to become aware of your thoughts, because that is a little change you can do. But if you feel like you're judging yourself, to become aware. Awareness is a powerful key. And through the awareness, you can say to yourself, I want to choose to have a different conversation. Because in the end, and that is so important to become aware, you are the most important person of your life. And you are the only one that can create the change you are looking for. So it's really also changing your mindset. Like I can keep on blaming and shaming myself, but that doesn't change my reality, and that doesn't change my life. And then we go back to the deep desire, because if your deep desire for change is big enough, it will support you to to face these energies and to really say to yourself, because it's also inviting you to lead yourself. That is also the new earth way. It's inviting you to, in a way, take responsibility for your emotions, for your feelings, for your thoughts, because they all influence your reality and they all influence where you go. So yeah, it's really leading yourself, but also taking these tricks like being in nature, just letting yourself enjoy a bath, letting yourself enjoy a wonderful conversation, uplifting conversation. Because again, if the conversations go about negative thoughts or feelings, it is again contributing in a way you don't want. So there are so many components, but there are also so many little things you can already shift that change massive change in your life.
So there's a connection that needs to be made. We hear it called higher self connection, higher self embodiment, if you will.
Yes.
What was that like for you? How do you connect in with your higher self? Do you have a practice?
Before I did it through meditation and through being with myself, being in nature. But what I've noticed through my journey is that you need to live it in life. So you can have these wonderful moments when you are in a meditation or when you are in a group setting, and those are really magical and those can accelerate your growth. But it's also important to take those moments with you so you can really experience them when you do your groceries or when you're with your children or when you are doing other things. To really, it is time to really embody that in every part of your being. So for me, it was really important to become aware of my thoughts and my feelings, to become aware of my actions, but also to become aware of just the signs and synchronicities you receive, because you receive them on an everyday notice. They are all around you. Maybe it's just a white feather you see on the street, or it's a sign in a book you're reading that is giving you the answer to a question you've been asking. But then are you willing to see it? And that's the most important thing. Are you willing to see the signs that come on your path, the suggestions, and are you then willing to take aligned action? I think that was for me an important step. I saw the signs, but then I needed to face my fears and doubts, to put it in aligned action and to take the next step. Again, leading myself from a place of love, not from a place of I need to, but really from the softness, feeling what is aligned. And when I receive this information, what does it want to share with me, and what does it want me to do? Because in the end, we are, if you're willing, everyone is a vessel for these divine frequencies. And it's just allowing yourself to connect to Mother Earth and to the universe and letting this flow through you. But it also wants you to create something with it. And that's different for everyone. It can be through words, it can be through sound, it can be through dancing, movement, art, or something totally different. But if you do not act upon it, at one point the energy flow just becomes less. So for me, the biggest lesson was that I needed to let the flow come, but also to act upon it. And it could be even as simple as writing the inspiration down onto paper. Because by me writing it onto paper, I showed the universe, I see your sign and I'm choosing to act upon it, even though it's not immediately the big act, but this is the act I'm able to do right now, and to then constantly take that next step. So yeah, I think it's important to just become aware of every sign that is around you, and the universe is really supporting you and it's really guiding you to grow and expand. And if you're willing to see that, that's just that creates immense power within.
Yes, it's such a beautiful awareness. It's immaculate awareness of the signs and the synchronicities, and being in awe at that. And when we do this, the abilities that open up, once we get done clearing trauma and the programs that no longer serve, the fears, the doubt, we open up to the magic. And in your own life, you opened up to be a cosmic light language channel.
Yes.
Can you share what that process was like? What was going on in your life as you began to speak light language? How did you begin to speak it? And did you doubt it? Or what was that like, integrating it?
Yes. Now when I look back, I've done it my whole life, but I wasn't aware of it, of that it was light language, because light language comes most of the time through songs. So I was singing like a song or a language I wouldn't know. And a couple of years back, I was in a sacred circle and my light language opened up. And it was really magical, and it just was something that wanted to flow through me. So when I was walking over the street, when I was doing my groceries, it was constantly coming through me. It was constantly wanting to express itself through me. But it started with doubt, because then the next step is to just experiment with a friend and letting the flow of energy come through. And what happened? And they experienced all kind of things, but I couldn't understand. So that was really, for me, a powerful process, because in the beginning, it was just myself tuning to these divine frequencies. And the more I chose to let them flow, the more clarity I gained. But it was by me taking that step, by me facing my fear of doing a session for a friend, not knowing what wanted to come true, not knowing what want to be expressed, because in the end, that's again our logical mind, and we can ask to go in the backseat instead of leading. It's really coming from our heart and being an open channel and really being receptive for these frequencies and just allowing that to come true. And I was constantly amazed of the transformations that happened when I did that. And suddenly, by me stepping more fully into that space, it became more clear. And now I see clearly what the energies say and how they open portals. And I love that about light language, because it passes by your logical mind. So what I've noticed is also in sessions that sometimes we hit a block where our logical mind says, oh, this is my safety barrier, I don't want to go further. And the light language just softens the energy, and it opens up, and suddenly a new portal opens and new wisdom comes in. But it is because it's just a language our soul understands, and it passes by the 3D energies, and it's so soft and smooth. And it's just magical what happens when you're just allowing. But for me, that took a couple of years to go over these fears, to go over these doubts. Who am I to channel these frequencies? Is this truth or is this not? And also the old energies of past lifetimes, where it might not went so well when you spoke these energies. So there were a lot of layers, but that's also what I like with working with clients, when I see that, but also in my own process. By taking aligned action, by taking the next step, you hit a resistant wall, but that's okay, because that means you are growing. Because I'm taking that step, that old barrier that would be in my subconscious field comes up, and now I have a chance to release it and to grow again and expand. So I like that by really taking these things you receive, taking aligned action, it allows you to expand even more and grow. And you are equipped to heal, to handle whatever comes on your path, because that is really, in the end, we have the tools, but it's time for us to remember they are maybe under deep layers of illusion and distortions, but they are there. You have the divine tools to handle whatever comes on your path, and to create magic and to create bliss. And so for me, it was a powerful journey, and I really, sometimes there were moments where I would say I'm stopping, or this is a fear would stop me. But in the end, the deep desire for me to be the contribution I'm meant to be was bigger. And that is, again, having that deep desire, for contributing, that allowing that to lead you forward. So that's really important. Yeah.
Beautiful. And we see behind you the flower of life.
Yes.
And you actually work with this quite deeply.
Yes.
Can you tell us about this, how you use it and how we could use it?
Yeah, I've channeled a new book, and that's called The Flower of Love, and it is related to the flower of life. And I'm also a sacred architect. And what it does is, this flower of life is the structure of all our cells, all that we see around the world. But there's also so much potential that is still not discovered within the flower of life. And that is, in my book, I share it. It needs the component of love to really open up. So it's almost like the last decades on the Earth star. People have supported to anchor light on the Earth star. And now it's time to infuse that with love, so you can let these two combine and blossom. And that is also within this flower of life structure. There's so much potency. There's so much wisdom and so much portals within. It's almost like it is your divine blueprint. And if you really dive deep into the essence of your divine blueprint, there's so much more that can be awakened, but it's really inviting you to release all these layers of illusion and distortion. So what we first do is take away all these layers, so you can come back to the essence of your blueprint, to the essence of your your life here on the Earth Star. And yeah, that is what is within this sacred structure. So it's going back to the essence and then infusing it with love to allow your magic, your gifts, your talents to awaken more fully. So yeah, it's really a powerful symbol of living your potential, but also what is even more possible. Yeah.
This sounds so wonderful. Will you lead us on a process or a meditation for
Yes.
magnetic manifestation?
Yes, I will.
Right.
Yes, right.
Thank you.
Okay. So for now, I would ask to just, if you're sitting, to just close your eyes for a moment and to become aware of how you're sitting in your chair and how your feet are connected to Mother Earth. And to just invite all the energies of you to come in the here and now. To just for a moment, release what you did before and what you need to do after this, as this is just a moment for you, a moment where you can receive, where you can be, and just feel yourself taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, becoming aware of your breath and of your body. As we open this sacred space, Edumare Sare Su Dame Sira Vare Su Are Sima Tare Sa Duma Seru Mareva Edumare Simata Seru Mare Vidasa. And in this transmission, we want to support you to connect to the wholeness of you. And as we start, we would invite you to see a beautiful beam of rainbow-colored light coming from the universe, going down, down, and entering your field at the top of your head. And just see, feel, sense all these beautiful rainbow-colored lights entering your whole field, filling your body and your field with frequencies and codes of divine love and light from the universe. And there's nothing you have to do, it's just receiving and allowing. And just feel how these frequencies go through your body. And as they go through your body, they illuminate everything that is not of light. They transform everything that is not of light. And it just happens. Your higher self and your team of light knows how to receive these divine frequencies. Tuma are sima tu, are sima tare su, ame sare vare sa, duma se dumare sa. And just allow these frequencies to flow through you until they reach your feet. And when they are at your feet, they go down into the center of the earth, into the beautiful crystal in the center of the earth. And from this beautiful crystal, a beam of white light comes up. And this beam of white light, filled with nurturing and loving energies of Mother Earth, comes up and enters your field at your feet and fills your whole field with these loving and nurturing energies of Mother Earth. And again, allow your field to fill up with these beautiful white light frequencies. Just receive Edu Mare Sare Su, Are Sima Tare Su, Dame Sira Vare Sa, Duma Sedu Mare Sa. And just allow the frequencies to go up. And when they are at your head, to go up to the universe. And you are now standing in the middle of these divine frequencies of Mother Earth and the universe. You as a giver and receiver of frequencies, a transmitter of these divine frequencies. You standing in the middle. And just allow yourself to receive for a moment and to expand your field. Because as you are receiving these frequencies, as your field is relaxing and being nurtured and loved, you can allow your field to relax and expand. And allow it to expand. Eru mare sima tu, are sima tare suda me sira mare sa, re su mare vare sa. It is like being in this space, releases resistance and allows you to relax. And as your body and your field relaxes, more of your essential energy is opening up. And just for a moment, allow this giving and receiving of energies to happen. Allow the opening up of your field to happen as you're being supported by these divine codes. Tu mare sare vale du ma se du male di ma tu mare si ma vale da su mare vale da meta tu mare sare vale du ma se du male va tu mare si du mare surave du male da tu mare sare vale du ma se du male da tu mare si du mare surave du male da tu mare sare vidu mare sare vale du tu me du mare sare vidu mare vale du tu mare sare vale di tu mare vidu ma tu mare sare vale di su mare vidu ma tu mare si du mare vura sare vale di tu mare si du vale du tu mare si ma vi. And as you are in this giving and receiving energy, just feel how your hands are being activated with these lights, with the rainbow-colored lights of the universe and the white light of Mother Earth. And when you feel, you can send this loving, nurturing energies to all the areas in your life that you desire. You can send these loving energies to your relationships, to your work energies, to your business, to your family life, but also to nature, maybe places on the earth that need these energies. Because as you are relaxing, as you are surrendering to this now moment, it is like more of your divine gifts and tools opens up. It is inviting you to step more fully into your multidimensional self and to direct your energy in the direction you desire. So is there something you would like to manifest in your life? Send these loving, nurturing energies towards that place, towards that manifestation, towards that desire. Because you are the co-creator of your reality. And by you choosing your direction, by you choosing to be in this relaxed, receptive space, by you choosing to be in this openness and then sending your energy towards that direction is what creates the magnetism. Because in this space, in this relaxed moment of receiving and giving, there is no resistance. You are just being you. And when you are being you in this now moment, you're able to direct your energy towards your desires. And by doing that, you align and build the momentum, allowing the universe to support you. By doing that in this now moment is like giving a big signal out into the universe. This is what I desire. As there is no resistance, this is what I desire to create. As I am in this relaxed state, supported by the loving and nourishing energies of the universe and Mother Earth, I am choosing this. And just feel how much momentum that builds within your field. Also the empowerment of you co-creating your reality, you choosing the direction of your manifestations. But it is by you being you, it is by you allowing yourself to co-create with your higher self and the divine, with these frequencies and codes of love. And just feel the support of this sacred container and direct your energy as long as you would like towards your deep desires. And it is constantly inviting you to align all the parts of you towards where you want to go. to align your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, to have these open conversations about your desires, these open questions, so the universe can give you more clarity and signs. To be in connection with your higher self from this peaceful place, from this sacred moment where you do not have to do anything than just be. Because as you are in this beingness energy, you are more receptive to receive the guidance, the signs, the clarity you are looking for. So just for a moment, become aware of how your body feels. Become aware of how it is to be in this relaxed state. But also to become aware of how your body reacts to receiving these codes of love and light. Is it easy for you to let love in? Or are there some parts that need more love or that need more acknowledgement for you before they can let the love in? And do not judge, just become aware. Because within awareness is a powerful key supporting you to move forward. So just acknowledge yourself in this now moment. For taking this time for yourself. For taking this moment to connect. And know you can come back to these moments whenever you want. To be in the loving relationship with yourself and your higher self. And to acknowledge each step that you are taking to move forward. To directing your energy, to becoming the magnetic vortex that attracts what you desire. Because that is by you being you. By you being in this relaxed state without resistance. Just allowing and observing, being with love. And by that, the universe aligns the people, places, and opportunities that will support your deep desire. But it is inviting you to be in this relaxed state and then directing your energy. Leading yourself, guiding yourself, because you can do this. You hold all the power and potential within you. So just take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth to anchor in these divine frequencies. And slowly become aware of how you're sitting in your chair and how your feet are connected to Mother Earth. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes.
What a beautiful connection, Kim. What a very powerful tool. I sincerely hope everyone is feeling the vibration of love within themselves.
Yes.
I sense a very deep higher self connection, and I sense the acceleration of love as we expand it. The light language that you sang literally sparked us into love. I felt like crying for a moment. I felt really joyous. And I felt like we were all receiving. And isn't it beautiful that this is the job at hand?
Yes.
I think it is very promising for our planet. So I thank you for stepping up and sharing your wisdom. It is higher self wisdom. And not holding it to yourself, really feeling that desire and stepping into it. It really is wonderful. And I know that everyone watching and listening in their own lives are ready to do that. Some may not really be clear as what that is yet, but they'll get there with a simple process like this. I feel like effervescent bubbles right now. And I would love to hear from others who experience these frequencies. because again, I just want to say this is inspiringly hopeful for our planet. And as we bring people into their hearts by bringing ourselves into our hearts, I can literally see how that will change and how it is already changing the situations. This is very multidimensional. I think we're all feeling very multidimensional right now.
Yes. It's amazing. Yeah. But it's really, it's all about reminding the potency that is within everyone, that is within. So even my story, I share it because I hope it inspires others. A couple of years ago, I felt I had a bigger purpose, but I wouldn't know what it was. But by me, each time taking a step, it became clear. And that is possible for everyone, the potency is within everyone. So it's really reminding you of your divine essence, of your tools and gifts, and really the blessing you come here to bring. And yeah, that it's really the earth also inviting you to really become you, so you can be the contribution. So thank you for letting me share these divine frequencies and co-creating together, because that's all in the new earth way. That's really all amazing. Yes.
Yes, and as we've said so many times before, New Earth is a frequency. The Arcturians have told us this. New Earth is a frequency. I want to cry right now. That's my indicator that it feels like we're already on New Earth with the allowance of these frequencies in our space. So that is really quite remarkable and just so lovely. And no person will be left behind.
No.
No person will be left behind. Some may have to go screaming and shouting before they get to the surrender to love. But the surrender to love is what we're all here on this planet to witness.
Yes.
And actually not judge others if they don't surrender to love.
No, that's an important thing as well. Yeah. Yeah. But even in that, you can only look at your own process and only look at your own growth, and in that inspire others. And it's not your job to really pull others. It's really just being. And it's the same with my children. I could say I want them to live from their heart, but if I wouldn't do that myself, it doesn't resonate. And that's the same with others. You can only be the example, and through that inspire others to do the same, instead of it only being empty words. So it's really embodying that yourself and sharing. So yes, beautiful.
I feel inspired, and I know those watching and listening are feeling inspired as well. So beautiful, very pristine. The energies are pristine, and it's the energy of us. It's a loving relationship with our higher self. We really felt that today. So you work with people all around the world, and we've got an exciting class coming up with you. This is going to be a live event. Tell us about this workshop on Zoom.
Yes, it's when people sign up, they can sign up right now, and they receive already the 3 divine love codes. So there are in total 4 divine love codes that activate a deeper love within yourself, allowing you to become highly magnetic for what you desire. So it really creates like a strong foundation of love, so you can build upon that. And in the live session, we will do a co-creation, so people can share things where I also work with the Akashic Records, so people can share things that they feel blocked or triggered in, or things that they want to break through. So the first part of the live session will be like an Akashic clearing, if people share in front, and then we'll have the live code 4 will be a live activation. So, but people, if they sign up, you can already dive into the first 3 love codes, as they are already on the platform. So it's already a journey you can take by yourself, and then we do the last one together. So
beautiful. Well, this video that we did today was a beautiful example of some of those love codes that we're certainly feeling. So we invite our viewers and listeners to check it out and to join us. This is all available right here on this webpage. So please do it and get registered and immediately download those first 3 love codes, divine love codes. Well, I am elated. And again, I just thank you so much for this. What a beautiful voice. Thank you again for sharing it. As we say goodbye, I'd like to give you a moment for any final thoughts.
I just want to remind people of the potency that is within them. And I just want to remind them of their birthright to really be from love and to be the contribution from love. I think love is just the message, be loving to yourself, be loving to others, really embrace life, dance with whatever comes on your path from this strong love foundation within yourself. And I want to express my love and gratitude for you for creating this platform of sharing magic, for inviting me to share my magic. So also much love and appreciation for that. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And we are in deep gratitude to all the listeners and viewers as well for their light and their love and moving these frequencies on our planet. Thank you, Kim. This has been so wonderful. And let's have everyone carry this out into the world. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you very much, and seeing you soon all.